Okay guys, I just made this video just quickly to recap on a few points on samples and also to tell you about any problems that you might come across and how to mitigate them. A sample is a best representation of what the factory can do. Here are a few notes on what to expect and what you should expect. Make sure you get samples from a few factories. This will vary with each product. Some factories it depends on your product, how many factories are available for your product, how expensive your product is. If you've kind of gone against my advice, how dare you, and headed off and thought about getting a $250 product on a sample or whatever, and you think, well, actually, I can't afford 5 samples from 3 factories. I don't know what to do. But, it's very much personal preference for you, but make sure that you do get some samples from different factories because you need to evaluate the best source for your product. It'd be nothing worse than getting your product out to marketplace and eBay and then seeing your competition's got the same product as you, but it looks way better, or it's got better packaging, or it's it's better quality, or it comes with a unique little gizmo that your product doesn't have. Get a few samples from a few factories. Take my advice on how to evaluate Alibaba listings, and you can't go wrong there. You will know your marketplace, okay, or you know what's best on the market from your final choice. Okay, if the sample fails on a few of our checklist points, then you should be wary about proceeding forward with them. I'm going to provide you with a checklist of points that I use when I'm evaluating samples. I recommend that you use this checklist every time you receive samples through the post. If your sample does fail on a few, I mean, it may 1 or 2, crosses on there. You might be able to sort that out with a factory, give them an email, say, hey, my sample smells of cigarette smoke. Are you guys smoking on the line? If so, I need you to stop because my customers don't appreciate cigarette smoke, nor do I. If they come back with a very big apology, you can then use that as leverage, maybe for a discount on your first order or something. We can go into that later. But if it fails on multiple points throughout the checklist, then you should definitely be wary about proceeding forward with them. It's always Sod's law that the nicest sample, the one you've got your heart set on, is the one that has the most problems. So it's very much personal preference. It's your dollar. You proceed how you see it, how you think you should. But I advise you, if it's failing on more than 1 or 2 points on that checklist, to definitely think about your options. If the sample is terrible, which is rare, it's very unlikely you will get a refund and should consider it a learning expense. Better to know now than if you've just taken a giant delivery from. Absolutely. It's very rare for the sample to be terrible. Like a sample is a factory's best representation. That's what they're sending to you to impress and wow you so that you will give them your business. If you get a sample come through, you thought the factory listing looked great, the pictures look good, it's a gold supplier, it takes PayPal, it takes escrow, there's similar products on Amazon, they've got a great sell-through rate, and then the sample comes through and it's dirty, battered, smells of cigar smoke, everything's wrong with it, it's just, it's a complete dud. Then and you need to go back to the research phase of this course and start again. Okay, I just wanted to make this just to recap on those things and just to say, these kind of things are very rare. Most samples are of a good standard. There are obviously sometimes where they fall short and you should be aware of that. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.